So this streamer who went viral recently for accidentally leaking a notepad file that contained the link to some illegal content has put out a statement. A very terrible statement. Now again, this is Lacari, a large content creator with about 400,000 followers on Twitch, and here is his statement. During my last stream, I opened Notepad, which revealed a link. The list in the link included titles that suggested CSAM material further down. I've never consumed this type of content, nor do I think it's acceptable. I decided to keep streaming in an effort to downplay the severity of the situation, which was deceptive. This was a mistake that I deeply regret and apologize for. The link gave access to abusive material for anyone to see. This is serious and harmful. I recognize that trivializing abuse material on stream is not okay and can lead to real harm. It's my responsibility to provide a safe space for my community and peers in which I failed to do. I'm taking real steps to change my ways. I've admitted myself into a corn addiction recovery program that will last 30 days. During this time, I'll be able to work out there while also receiving professional therapy and treatment for my addiction. Browsing adult anime sites and corn websites as an escape has been a serious problem for as long as I can remember. This treatment will come with an indefinite hiatus to my live streams that allow myself to focus on recovery so I can hopefully contribute a net positive to society. Now, obviously, there's already a big problem with this statement. First off, nobody cares if you are a gooner, if you are a corn addict, right? A freak who enjoys this kind of stuff, right? He admitted that he had 3 terabytes.
I'm sorry, like I have like a fucking 3 terabytes of hints on my hard drive, bro. Like a lot.
That's 3,000 gigabytes. That's probably thousands and thousands and thousands of movies and pictures of, you know, this anime adult content that this guy enjoys. I don't think anyone cares, right? There's probably going to be some Puritans out there who are like, ew, that's gross. But as long as this content is not illegal, right? Which this guy ended up making the mistake by going on Grok whilst on live and Googling if the type of content that he had would possibly be illegal and then claiming that he was going to delete his hard drives after, it's going to be a little hard to get away from those allegations. Now, Chud Logic, who is a streamer, ended up pointing out this flaw in Lacari's logic. One thing people missed as the main clip circulated was heavily censored. Lacari had the link highlighted when he opened Notepad. This would suggest that he had copied the text to paste into a web browser, which really goes against the idea that the file opened without his knowledge. Which, yeah, this would completely change that narrative. Now, as we can see, this right here, this green text is the one that ended up floating around on the internet, is basically the live stream fails version of their like already edited version where they added the green bar to cover this illegal link, thankfully. But this is how the original looked, right? Close up with only the link blurred, the folder, couples, teens, and the link is blurred. But as you can see, it's blue. It's kind of like when I do this, right? When I scroll on YouTube and I read on Twitter, it highlights. So basically what he did was highlight that. He might have copied it. And he forgot to get rid of that evidence, right? Which is missing a lot of context when people share around this version of the green text one, which great call out by Chud. Now, just to test this theory, I opened up Notepad myself, right? I said, hey, my name's Cameron, Zoo-wee mama, right? And so as you can see, when I highlight this, it turns blue. Why would you highlight a link that you have no intention to visit, that you have no intention to look at, that you have no intention to view the contents, right? It's very obvious based on the links that were shown by people on the internet, these detectives who found the original folders and whatnot, that I'm not going to be sharing. But again, it included things like animals, like teens, like couples, like family content, right? Stuff that anyone with a brain that accidentally clicks that would probably be scared to open and say, oh my god, like this is horrible, right? Now, of course, following this whole drama, this clip ended up popping back up. Lacari says yes to a question if he likes lollipops during a lie detector test. After the reaction of the other people in the room, he backpedals by saying, but not like that.
Do you like lollies?
Yes.
Oh no!
But not like that.
Holy fuck.
What does that even mean?
I mean, his shit spiked, but I think it's just a
Not like that!
You're playing fucking Snake over there. What are you doing?
And I guess the real question after this clip is, what does he mean not like that? For example, again, this guy ended up going on to Grok saying, hey, is it illegal to have like adult anime content? And Grok was like, no, it's not illegal to have that, but it is illegal to have Lollipop content in the state of Texas. To which Lacari's answer to that was, oh crap, like I'm gonna delete my hard drive. It's not even worth it.
43K? And that's if they think it's like, oh my fucking god. Bro, it's not worth it. Just fucking delete my hard drive.
So if you're here admitting that you like lollipops, you say that you're going to delete your hard drive after finding out that lollipops are illegal in Texas, what other way could you possibly mean that you like lollipop content? The fact that this is now an idea coming up, and the fact that you also ended up leaking you might have real life lollipop content, we all know what I'm referring to, this is just not a great look. Lacari clearly does not have a PR person who is telling him what and what not to do.
Sometimes you go to a site, some shit downloads on your shit, you don't want it, you delete it, and that's just what happened, man. Okay? Like, that's what happened. I'm sorry, all right? I don't know how many times I have to explain this, but that's what happened. Dude, let's just move the fuck on, please.
Because again, any logical human would not continue to stream after watching their career flash in front of their eyes. Now, trust me, I'm not trying to defend this guy, right? I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious that this guy's career is basically over now. And I hope that if he does indeed have illegal content, there should be escalation. There should be the point where the police do get involved. This guy does have his hard drives checked and whatnot. But him deciding to continue to stream, continue to dig himself a deeper hole has now basically led to other content creators coming out against him.
If it is what I think it is very fucking disgusting. That's not something that is like, that's not just cancel culture, you know what I mean? That's like a crime. That's pretty serious. You know, I feel like I want to make that clear just so people know what my stance is on it, because I feel like, you know, to a certain degree, I mean, you guys probably know what it is, but I never want you guys to question what I think about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want you guys to question that about my character and be like, okay, well, what is her opinion on this? Especially because I knew him. You know what I mean? It's really crazy. It's a crazy situation. Obviously, I didn't know anything about that. So waking up to that this morning was quite a shock. But I am not going to
disavowing his actions, right? When this very easily could have just been like a huge misunderstanding. It could have been something that he just put a statement out upon, explained what the heck happened, put his words down on paper to try to get his words out, get his ideas out. But no, he ended up making everything 10 times worse. Kind of like this statement, which does not help his case in any way. It's basically gaslighting people. It's like, oh, you're upset, you're mad at me, you think I rightfully should be canceled for leaking illegal material. I'm actually going to now go get therapy or seek help for having an addiction to normal online adult content. That is not the problem. And again, getting to the point where even his ex-girlfriend had to come out with a statement, and even his current girlfriend facing harassment. Now you can try to say, oh, it's not possible for her to not know the kinds of things he's engaging in, blah, blah, blah. He had a goon folder that was apparently 3 terabytes worth of content. That's a lot of content to have when you have a whole girlfriend. And when you had a whole ex-girlfriend who was like this hot OnlyFans chick as well, right? But it's still not fair to harass someone based on something they possibly didn't know. This guy could be very good at hiding this stuff. He obviously wasn't good enough that he ended up leaking it live for hundreds of thousands, probably millions of people to see now, since Moist Critical decided to cover the content. But basically his current girlfriend ended up getting a lot of harassment, and she ended up going live, dropping a statement saying she had no idea about any of this stuff. And again, I don't think that's fair.
When I went on social media and I saw the clip of what was on his stream, I didn't even know what to say. I was so shocked. I can't even really begin to describe like how I felt when I saw those things. And that's when my phone started blowing up. I started receiving a lot of comments from people saying like I'm a defender. People were questioning my age. I got a lot of body shaming comments. I have checked his Discord. I have checked his Twitter. I have checked his Instagram. I have checked all of these things, and also with consent. He knows I look at this stuff, or I looked at this stuff. And from what I saw on everything, there was obviously nothing there. Lacari doesn't use Instagram. Lacari doesn't DM people on Twitter. And his Discord is just normal stuff, like messaging his friends and things like that. I've never seen anything like unusual. So much has happened, and I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't know what the plans are. As far from my knowledge, I'm just keeping my distance. I don't know the answers to a lot of questions. I don't. And I don't want to ask him. I don't want to know. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to like message him and be like, hey, like, no, I don't know. I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want to be involved. This has nothing to do with me. Like, I am not involved in this at all.
I don't think anyone should go after people's girlfriends and current partners for things that are involving a cancellation with someone if they're not directly involved. And that's it for now on the Lacari situation. I want to know what you guys think down below, of course. Let me know what you think about this, all of it, the update of how this guy's silly, stupid mistake has basically ruined the lives of his exes, ruined the lives of his current girlfriend. I don't know, that might be exaggerating a little bit, but it definitely has brought them a lot of unnecessary attention, as well as other members of OTK and people who associated with him, and kind of, again, giving a bad look to the anime community on the internet. Peace out, guys. Thank you.